Good morning, dear hearts. We are on lesson 339. Please subscribe. Today's lesson is I will receive whatever I request. This is really very much a continuation from yesterday's lesson that I am affected only by my thoughts. And of course, yesterday I brought in a few other lessons that speak to this idea of the power of our thoughts, not new information. There is nothing that is more powerful than our thoughts. As we spoke of yesterday, our thoughts are responsible for this entire realm that we are in. Shakespeare told us, thinking makes it so, that nothing is either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. That is very much a lead-in to today's lesson, because it says no one desires pain, but he can think that pain is pleasure. No one would avoid his happiness, but he can think that joy is painful, threatening, and dangerous, and everyone will receive what he requests. We, in this realm, in this upside-down world that we find ourselves, everything is confused. Everything is confusing. This world is 180 degrees different from heaven. Someone commented on a previous lesson about hell, and I responded to them that, this is hell, but we are on our way back to the garden from a song some of you might recognize. And we've got to get back there. We have to get back to the garden. God is waiting for us there. That is where we are meant to be. The confusion of pleasure with pain is because in the upside down world of the ego, that is, of course, our relevant thought, that the ego presents things to us that seem like they will be pleasurable, they will be joyful. But in a very short amount of time, we find out otherwise. They are not. They are upside down as we view them. But I have to realize and take responsibility for my choices. That is also something very prevalent in today's idea. Taking the responsibility. I receive what I request, always. The lesson continues that everyone will receive what he requests, but he can be confused indeed about things he wants, the state he would attain. What can he then request that he would want when he receives it? From the ego perspective, there is nothing that I will attain that ultimately I will want to keep. First of all, nothing in the ego world is eternal. It will not last. And second of all, once I have it for a while, I will see the flaws in it. I will experience the flaws in it. And I will realize that what I thought was going to be filled with joy is now, all of the pain is coming out. George Carlin once spoke about his addiction that way. And then all addictions start out with great joy and fun. But after a period of time, they all disintegrate. They spiral down into pain with very little joy in them. This is everything in the ego world is exactly like that description of addiction. Everything starts out all wonderful, but it will spiral down so that the joy in it is minimal, if at all, and the pain will be only what we experience. To continue with the lesson that we go back to, what can he then request that he would want when he receives it? He has asked for what will frighten him and bring him suffering. That's just as I spoke of what George Carlin said. Let us resolve today to ask for what we really want, and only this, that we may spend this day in fearlessness without confusing pain with joy or fear with love. So what can we ask for today with fearlessness that will always provide us joy, always provide us love and peace, everything that will be exactly what we want? Well, we have to go back and ask the Holy Spirit to show us and to guide us, just as in the 4 questions in Lesson 71, to always say, what would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say, and to whom? Not to do it on my own, but always to ask for guidance. The lesson concludes with the prayer saying, Father, this is your day. It is a day in which I would do nothing by myself, but hear your voice in everything I do, requesting only what you offer me, accepting only thoughts you share with me. Again, those questions. Where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say, and to whom? I ask for guidance. I will receive guidance. And I also will realize that I will receive what I request. Today, let us only request love, fearlessness, joy, all of the eternal gifts of God, as He would have us do, because that is all that He wants for His children, for us to be happy. God's world is happy. God's peace and joy are mine. Let us be that today. Let us go there today. Let us receive that today. That's it for today. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, please pray. Pray that we will indeed receive exactly what we request and realize we already have it. Namaste.